P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that means?
Alright, it's GalX Entertainment, Apply Pressure. We got a pool panel today. Want to welcome everybody. We're going to start from the right. Let me know your name and your social media platforms and how can they get in contact with you if you choose to do so.
What's going on, y'all? It's Glenn. You can get in contact with me _knotheads2020 _KNOTHEADZ 2020. Also come out, check me out at 1200 North MLK Highway, Knotheads. You know, you come in and get your streetwear, men, women, and kids. We touch the streets.
Whoa, this Money Machine Scrooge. Yeah, man. Money Making Machine Gang, man. Triple M, you know the label. You know, check out my social media, man. On Instagram, Money Machine Scrooge. On Facebook, Scrooge MacDuck. And on YouTube, Money Making Machine Gang, man. On all platforms, hit up the gang, man. You know what it is.
I'm Crystal. I'm just here, first time, getting used to it. Facebook, you can find me by Crystal Chiffon. I also am an owner of Tilly's Wine Baskets and More, so you can reach me through Facebook.
Hello, how you doing? My name is Nikki. I'm not from here. This is also my first time. I don't have a platform. I'm just here and I'm just me.
All right.
How you doing? I'm Jewelry Randall. Everybody call me Coach. And if you're seeking, you can definitely find me on IG. It's not offensive. It's the real me. _ Randall Q _ 1911.
All right, GalX Entertainment, Apply Pressure. Let's get started. All right. Earlier we was having a conversation before y'all came in, and it got it was deep. It was a deep conversation. We was talking about interdependence. You know, we got the relationship where there's a we, and then you have the you and the me. You know, a lot of women nowadays are more independent than anything. And you got a lot of guys that are independent as well. You know, being recognized from being independent and recognizing the complexity that comes with being independent. The one thing I want to ask y'all, because I heard somebody say this, they said that independence was death. Because when you're independent, you're saying, I don't need anyone else. And that's the one thing that I want to bring out. Do y'all feel that, or do y'all think something different? Do you think there's a different way of looking at this?
I just think you look at it as everything you do as a business. That's how I look at it. You know, and it take a team, especially when you got you know, your kids and things like that come aboard. It's take a team to really win out there in this world. You know, you can't just do it out there these days on your own. And if you think you can, I think that's where that depression and all that type of stuff come in. You know, but when you really look at it, you building those teams. You really digging into who does what within the family. You finding out stuff that your kids can do. You finding out the power stroke in your wife. She does the same thing for her husband, and y'all bringing in money together. I think that's that power couple right there. That's that new modern day couple. All that old school. You know, this person does that, and this and the other person. You know, everybody get out there and have some type of hobby. You know, you can't let that other person, your partner, lose themselves in a relationship. It's something that they, you know, was bringing to it, and something they can still bring each and every year over the time to the relationship to make it better and make it more, you know, more powerful. That's how I feel about it. You know.
Ms. Lewis? First time on the podcast?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you out for a minute. What you got?
Well, I mean, I agree with what Glenn said. You know, it's always better when, you know, you have two people, especially on the same page, being married or relationship, even business-wise, you know, a partner, everyone should be on the same page, but also still have their own independence when it comes to outlooks on different things, you know, and always have communication and trust is a big factor.
Let me pluck at you though for a second.
Okay.
Earlier we was having a conversation.
Yes.
And I threw out, I like to be independent. I don't want to be in a relationship because I don't want nobody saying, I don't want to have to check into nobody, tell them what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, how I'm doing it. And you kind of agree with me.
Yes,
So when we talk about being independent,
yes.
do you feel that you want to be interdependent with somebody, or is it just better to be independent by yourself?
No, we're gonna be interdependent.
Because interdependence is, there's a you, there's a me, and then there's a we.
Correct.
Everybody being 100.
Yes,
Because you hear a lot of people say relationships are 50-50, and that's just a complete lie.
correct.
Because what happens when that other person's not there, your other 50, now you're half of who you are. You should be who you are regardless.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Doug, you got something you want to say?
Man, I'm listening, man. Let me suck up some game, man.
Let me look at y'all a little bit more when we talk about that, but when it comes to being independent and interdependence. Those people that choose to be independent, that say, hey, I don't want to be in a relationship. The choices that these people make when it comes to maybe just dating, and then you have people that are in relationships. How many times do you hear about somebody dealing with somebody that's married? You know, this person is independent. They have nothing to do with your fucking marriage. You know what I'm saying? But you always hear the, oh, he stepped out of his marriage or she stepped out of her marriage. Do you feel that that is damaging, or do you even care because it has nothing to do with you? They make their own choices. What's the deal?
I mean, at the end of the day, it sounds kind of harsh, but I don't care because it's not my business. I don't know what type of arrangement these people have. You know, it could be their choice, you know, and I feel like sometimes if they're gonna step out and still stay with who they with, then why even interfere in
Right.
somebody else's business?
Now let me say this. Let's go back to what Glenn was saying.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this stuff is business.
Yes.
So you actually fucked with their business.
Well, that's the difference. Yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with what both of them were saying, but I also feel like we were created to coexist. And I'm learning that there is time and place for each type of existence, whether it is coexisting, being independent, you know what I'm saying? Being interdependent, and then codependent.
Codependent. That's a
Each one of them, I feel like, okay, I am someone that we all know that I'm pretty independent, and then we learn the word interdependent, and I'm learning to understand that better. But I also know that there's a time that I'm supposed to be independent. Like right now, I'm single, so therefore I have to be independent. There's nobody who's going to do it for me, and I don't want to be codependent on anyone.
Yes.
But whenever I do find someone that is, you know, what I'm looking for, I will have to be interdependent and sometimes codependent. And at any other point, or no other point, it'll probably be sexually. So I cannot depend on myself sexually. Whatever. So there's a time and place for everything.
I don't know the roles.
She got something you want to say?
Yeah, because I was going to ask a question with that, because you see, when we say that we are single, that only means that you're not dating someone, but it's always someone that you can depend on. You know what I'm saying? It's always someone that you can call and say, hey, I'm in a bind, can you help me out, you know, with this or that, a bill. Or, so I think when people look at the single, it's just, to me, it doesn't matter, because you're never going to be alone. That's the thing. So you're making a choice right now to be single, but you know, if you still have, you don't need somebody to fall back on, you have that person. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
I'm learning how to balance.
That's it.